So Eddie, you're 370 pounds. I care about your health. I want you to be here longer than last time. Please don't bulk. Don't bulk. Please don't bulk. Don't bulk. Please don't bulk. Don't bulk. Coach Greg, and in today's video, Eddie Hall refuses to listen. He's making a major mistake. He's decided to bulk to 400 pounds in a matter of 2 months. That's right, by April, he plans to weigh 400 pounds. And so he says, well, in the past, I was over 430 pounds, and so 400, that's reasonable. He also says, well, I haven't been training for about 9 months, and so I'm getting a lot bigger. It's been 9 months, and so should be easy, go up to 400 pounds in a matter of 2 months. And so the problem is people don't understand bodybuilding. Remember, Eddie Hall, he understands about training. He's an extremely gifted athlete, but he's never been a bodybuilder. And so he's falling for all the myths, one of which is you have to bulk and cut. That's how you build muscle. Eddie Hall is a bulk. Look at this guy. He's 370 pounds. He has abs, yes, but doesn't mean that he's lean. Just because you can see your abs doesn't mean you're shredded. Some people can't see their abs and they're actually a lot leaner than this. And in previous videos, he stated he's probably around 25, 26% body fat. I stated with my laser eyes, closer to 30. And what does the research say? Well, for the most part, you don't benefit by going above 20% body fat. By that, I mean, if you're already above 20% body fat and you eat in a surplus of calories, it's not going to benefit you to add more muscle. And so what is it going to do? What is all those extra calories going to do? It's going to make you fat, fatter than freaking last time. And so Eddie's training, posing with Jamie the Giant. He's an IFBB pro professional bodybuilder. He's helping him go through the poses. And so let's see his lat spread. What we're looking for is very wide shoulders tapering down like a V into a tiny waist. And so does Eddie look like he has a V taper? No, he doesn't. And for the most part, the Giant, he's not giving him very good advice. Saying, yeah, do the lat spread. Let's see. He's doing imaginary lat syndrome. And Eddie does in fact have lats. But he's posing incorrectly. When you're doing a lat pose, standing relaxed front to the back, you don't hold up your arms parallel to the floor. It doesn't look good. And so, Eddie, you need to hold your arms lower. Relax the arms a little bit. You can flare out the lats, get the scapulas retracted without looking like you're a robot. This is not how you do a standing relaxed pose.
What am I aiming for? I'm not going to be big rabbit. I'm thinking more sort of in between. It's a bit like Chris Bumstead, but with ridiculous mass to it as well.
Eddie Hall in the last several videos been calling out C-Bum. He says, I'm the new E-Bum. That's right, Chris Bumstead, move over. And so let's take advice from Chris Bumstead himself. Chris Bumstead in his offseason, his current weight is just under 250 pounds, around 248, maybe 249 pounds. And what are Chris's plans for this offseason? Well, he said, I don't want to get as sloppy as fat in this offseason. I want to make it much easier to diet down. Last year, I got to 265. It's too much. And so for this year, I'm going to go up to about 258 pounds. And look at Chris right now. Chris looks shredded, peeled right now, and his plans the offseason, well, maybe I'll gain 10 pounds. And in comparison, Eddie Hall would have to drop 50 plus pounds to get as lean as Chris, but yet he's still planning to bulk up and add 30 more pounds. And so how does this make sense? Why would Eddie bulk when he's already a bulk? And it's not just Chris. Look at all IFBB pro bodybuilders. Do any of them get as heavy as Eddie Hall right now in his offseason? Hattie Chopin, Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, Ian Valère, all these guys, do any of them bulk up to this extent? The answer is no. Not a single one of these guys bulks up to 25% body fat or more. And if they were, they would go on a cut. And so Eddie Hall needs to go on a cut right now, or best case scenario, just main gain. Keep his weight as a svelte 370, slowly add muscle and lose fat at the same time, and make it that much easier to drop weight. Considering that Chris had a tough time dropping a bit over 20 pounds in his diet, what's it going to be when Eddie Hall has to lose over 100? And so 2 weeks into Eddie Hall's bodybuilding career, I want to make it easier than last time. And if you add additional fat, it's going to be that much harder to take it off. And so any of you out there watching, listening, trying to learn from Eddie Hall, remember this. If you're already bulked up, you don't continue to bulk. Whether you're tall, short, skinny, fat, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The Rock knows it doesn't matter. If you're already above 20% body fat, there is no benefit to start adding in extra calories and force feeding. Not only that, it's not healthy. How many of you think, raise your hand, think that it's healthy to go up to 400 pounds? We want to see Eddie Hall live to be an old man. We want to see him close to 100. And do you think that bulking up to 400 pounds, increasing your body fat past 25%, which is in fact obese, Eddie Hall is obese? Does it benefit him to get more obese? Is it good for his health? Is it good for building muscle? You could argue, oh, we only live once. We're here on this earth one time. Let's make the most of it. FOMO. Is that what it is? FOMO. YOLO. YOLO. You only live once, right? Yeah, so make the most of it. Live the longest and healthiest life possible. Oh, I don't care. I just want the most amount of muscle possible. I want to be a bodybuilding champion. I don't care. It takes off 20 years off my life. Sure, okay, you made that choice, but guess what? Adding in more body fat after 25% is not going to be a benefit. It's in fact going to hurt you. In powerlifting and strongman, sure. Mass moves mass, but in bodybuilding, it's about aesthetics. And if you keep bulking up, force feeding, adding in the calories, the waist gets bigger. And when you come to cut down, it's going to be that much harder. And you're going to be left with a thick and blocky waistline. And what we're looking for is a guy that looks like Jamie the Giant. Jamie the Giant, if he wanted to bulk up, sure, go ahead, be my guest. The guy's lean. Personally, I don't think he needs to, but if he said, I'm going to go on a bulk, I'm going to add 20 or 30 pounds, and be like, be my guest. But Eddie Hall, not nearly as lean as this guy. Eddie Hall does not need to bulk. And so, Eddie, start using the cookbook. Forget about that magic number 400. 300 was magic enough. You don't need to gain any additional weight. And so rather than doing that, try to get slightly leaner. Take your time. Don't make it feel like you're dieting. Just slowly lose the weight, or at least maintain your weight, and add on the muscle slowly over the next year.
My idea is to get up to 400 pounds by April.
Yeah.
So that's like another 30 pounds.
You don't need to force on as much muscle as possible until April, as you stated. With the expense of adding additional body fat, you can add muscle the entire time, all the way up to the competition next year.
Literally a beast at the end.
I hope so.
For sure.
I hope so.
You've already found it's a good learning experience. It's something different, so it's good to get your teeth into something different, isn't it?
It is. I'm enjoying it as well.
And so it's very difficult for people, to be honest, to give you their actual opinion. What people do is they tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. And so Jamie the Giant saying, well, you're literally going to be a beast in the end. Well, it's your first time bodybuilding, have fun. What he needs to hear is, Eddie, you're already a bulk. You're 370 pounds, Eddie. No professional bodybuilder competes anywhere near this. It is of zero benefit for you to bulk. So, Eddie, you're 370 pounds. I care about your health. I want you to be here longer than last time. Please don't bulk. Don't bulk. Please don't bulk. Don't bulk. Please don't bulk. Don't bulk. Know that song? Please don't go. Don't go away. Don't bulk. And so going up to 400 pounds would likely be the second biggest mistake of his life. The first being going up to 430. After all, we're talking about his health. Why would Eddie bulk to 400 pounds if it's both unhealthy and not going to help him add more muscle? In the end, we want the best version of Eddie on stage in a year and a half from now. Adding more body fat now, going up to 400 pounds, will not help him to do so. And so why will we encourage him to bulk to 400 pounds if it's not going to help him be a better bodybuilder in the end, and it's only going to cut his life short? And so let me know in the comments section, do you agree with me? Do you think he should bulk? Is Coach Greg an idiot? Being an idiot doesn't work. Eddie Hall needs to bulk and cut. Should he go to 400 pounds for April, or should he listen to Coach Greg? Stay at 370 max, or perhaps even get lighter, and slowly over the course of the year, slowly add muscle, slowly get leaner, and work on his shape. What do you think makes more sense? And if there was one supplement and one supplement only I'd recommend for Eddie Hall, GO2 Max. It's going to help him be in better shape, live longer, improve his heart health, burn more calories than last time, get better at cardio. This is the one supplement that I would recommend to Eddie Hall. And of course, get the friggin' cookbook if you want to eat lower calorie recipes. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, watch one of the bloops, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet book. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IP Pro. Remember, code Greg, 10% off. That's right. Enter it now. Click the link in the description. And until next time, I am out.